What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And I'm going to be talking about today on February 26, 2025 is the latest AEW Dynamite. And I would say this was a super duper really great episode, with some unexpected surprise wins, from a certain team that earned themselves championship opportunities. I did not totally expect this. I would not expect this, and probably not until another 5 or 6 months, that they're going to get this push for championship gold for these wrestlers in particular. And also we know who's going to be facing Kenny Omega to defend the international championship in Los Angeles at the Crypto.com arena. And also we got some pretty, I'll say, entertaining matches and segments. And we finally are going to be seeing the slow burner of the finale of the worst faction of the company, and that is the Death Rider. And yeah, let's say got taken out, and probably going to have that toxic, disgusting water out of their system, I guess you could say. Alligator. Yeah, of course, because it's mirroring what shows on the camera lens onto the ceiling. Of course, you're going to see it. I see. But anyways, I believe everybody that's viewing, watching this, in the SNA Assassinator community is doing. Okay, you do it up there. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna stay up there for a little while. But also, we got a little weird and silly segment with MJF getting some what they got shots on his legs, which it kind of looked a little too inappropriate. And also we saw the rated R superstar Cope then came out of the ambulance. I was wondering what he's going to be doing with that, which we're going to find out as soon as we get into that segment. But first we got MJF, but before we get into that, I want to say let's say the ambulance have something to do with these members of the Death Riders, finally getting their just desserts and finally getting that whatever that disgusting toxic liquid out their brains, with them, considering what move that the rated R superstar did. But yeah, we're going to get things started with MJF sending a message to the cowboy that calls himself Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And it's where then he start complaining about MJF ranting about him, and he even said he doesn't need AEW as the 3 letters or any other 3 letters, which I believe I know what other 3-letter wrestling promotion he was referring to as well. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I could have sworn that he said VKM as well, which I wonder who is a VKM. But yeah, he just said. But then he then ended the segment by saying he needs 3 letters, and that is MJF. And this is where he also questioned the fans that they choose Hangman over him, of all people. This was that's what his FAM. That's what another letter that he mentioned as well. But this is where once he was getting some shots on his legs for whatever reasons, this where. After they stopped showing, this is where we got the Cowboy that came out for an enhancement squash match against Aaron Solo, which he just immediately booed him. This is where he started attacking the former boyfriend of the women's wrestler over the other company that's worth $1 million, just $1 million, that could possibly be dating a certain tight end. But anyway, this is where we got Hangman Page, and not waste no time, hits the buckshot lariat onto Solo. 1, 2, 3. Winner of his match, and this is where it looked like he was wearing his normal street pants rather than his ring gear pants, because he just left his truck. He came in there just at the last minute, being fashionably late. Why not? Because that's how it kind of is in this business. For those that can show up whenever they want, but this is where then Hangman Page got a steel chair. This is where he brought him in the ring. This is where then he. This is where Hangman Page states all the 3 things that he hates in this world. And like one thing I hate, with the world running out of biscuits, and what's the other second one before he referred to MJF? Like what was it? It was like he hates he like he said he run out of big shit, and that's what run out of biscuits. Like and and some oh yeah, it was some IVs. That's what he said. So the world run out of biscuits, like IV shot, yeah, IV needles, and also and and a little bitch ass spray tinted little boy like spits all in his face. This is where the Hangman Page got on the chair. This is where he's like I'm gonna sit here and I'm not gonna leave until somebody finds me Maxwell Jacob Freeman. But this is where MJF immediately came out. Like even though he didn't exactly call him out, but he mentioned by name. So like a rule book on rule of 1,000 and what was it 1,000 and what 1,000 and 1,408. This is where then MJF came out. This is where he had a bloody towel, like which we were wondering who did he beat up into a bloody pulp. But you will not believe who that was, which he pointed out on the Titantron screen, and it was none other than the mentor of Hangman Adam Page himself, the incompetent bald biscuit head, the Christopher Daniels, I guess. Yeah, I should refer him as. But it's where he was left into a pool of his own blood. It's where, and that's where MJF was like, I'm surprised you are full of emotions right now because you're nothing but a heartless soul right now, Hangman. There's no sympathy right now. Like I'm a like. And he's like, and I'm not sure if I have a prayer on March 9th of Revolution. Like, even though he doesn't seem like a very holy person, like, well, in character, that is. But it's what MJF was like, he's like, I might as well go back to my hometown, Long Island, New York, that he stated. He's like, he's going to train his tuchus off, like if he's Simon Miller, like what he would say. But that's where then he's like, you know what, I'm just going to take the day off. That's where then. That's where the Hangman Page eventually chased him backstage. Is where he was like, "Where is that sick SOB?" This is where then he called for some help for his mentor. This is where they paramedics eventually came in. Like this is where they try to take him to the medical room to see what's the injury updates onto his case. But hopefully, hopefully he's not literally injured, like for real, because that would totally suck. But let me know down in the comment section right down below about that. And what do you think we're just going to lead into for on the road to AEW Revolution? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But this is where we got Kyle Fletcher and what. This is where we got Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis let the commentators know that they were on the top back row, the way far back row of watching tonight's AEW Dynamite, which was live in San Diego, California, of course. But it's where we got a backstage interview with Renee Paquette with Chris Jericho. This is where she was wondering who's his next child. And it's where Chris Jericho's like yeah, I know you're talking about my greatest main event like in AEW Collision history, which he just said he successfully defeated the ROH legendary Luchador Bandito. This is where then he then continue saying I know you're going to come in the way you treated me last week, which she should apologize to him and a couple other wrestlers that I'm probably going to get into later. But anyway, this is where we got Chris Jericho saying that's where there's this is where then you will not believe who came out of his locker room that was right behind him, and it was none other than a man that he denied his offer previously a couple years ago, and that was Donald Callis along with what's his name Mark Davis, and this is where he's Chris Jericho, a living legend, it matures man, he got this luchador, sometimes he had to outsource our problem to face society, and he's and I tried to handle the situation with William Ospreay, in the house. I gave him the opportunity to my family, in that talked about Will Ospreay is a degenerate piece of garbage. Now he's someone like Chris, I know you take care of degenerate like it's that bounty hunter of yours that's now a Bad Apple student, right? Like then the Chris Jericho goes, oh, well, at this stage of my career, I don't need to help anybody. I just decide to. Like I chose Brian Keith because of my experience. Like Beer's not necessarily better, but Brian Keith is getting better though. Like if Brian Keith has what it takes exactly to be an AEW star, and more importantly, how he can beat someone like Will Ospreay, much of a guy that's on another level. This where Donald Callis is like, all right, he pat Chris Jericho on the back. He's like, that's exactly what I need to hear. All right, Mark, like let's get them to work, leave them to work. Just where. And this is where then Chris Jericho went back in his locker room and pretend that Renee was there and just slammed the locker room door in their face, which I guess that's fairly deserving. Man, like it was not looking good for the couple between her and her husband. Like that's for sure. That was another positive. Which I'll say the only positive that did not really occur was what was happening in just a moment, but. I'm gonna tell you what was the second best match of the night, and it was the match that we're gonna be talking about right now. And it's none other than Will Ospreay taking on Brian Keith. And I was like, how come these guys never faced each other before? I mean, they found the perfect time to do it, like when the story makes sense, like to give Brian Keith something to do and give Will Ospreay an opponent like the squash on to prove that if he could beat someone just as more talented as Kyle Fletcher is, like he can definitely beat someone like Kyle, like because like Will Ospreay's catchphrase said, he's on another level. But anyways, that's where I believe and that's it. I mean, I nearly predicted this correctly, but technically the opener was Hangman Adam Page against Aaron Solo in the squash match. Well, this match was second, but I'll still count like if it's an actual opener. So I'll say kudos to Anthony Khan for doing it exactly this way. But this is where then we got Ospreay to start going for a grapple onto Brian Keith. Fans start chanting Ospreay, 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 Ospreay. With them, like in San Diego, I was wondering what they were spraying. I wonder how it smells down into that city in particular, like along with Los Angeles. But anyway, where Brian Keith came and counter out of the headlock maneuver. That's where then Brian Keith was like, I gotta admit, like you got some moves, but like that doesn't change the fact that I'm gonna whoop your ass for disrespecting my teacher and not like for starters for beating him like a couple years ago back in 2020. Was it 3? Was it? Yeah. And that's where he goes for a grapple onto the aerial assassin. But Will Ospreay was back into the lead, pushing her right into the right corner side. That's where then Aubrey was like, all right, let go of him. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where Brian Keith hits a forearm strike right into his face. This is where Brian Keith started hitting repeated right elbows right into the head of the aerial assassin. This is where he dips him right to the right side, trying to close on him, but Ospreay does hits a sliding hurricane rana right onto the bounty hunter. Just where then we got the aerial assassin, then got back up, then pointed him right to the side, started hitting some knife edge chops, which perhaps the ring general wasn't happy, which he probably put Ospreay at number 3 list because we all know who's going to be number 1, number 2 earlier for those that are fully aware about. Because Uncle Dax the Axe was in action, not Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. Let's just say he was teaming with Danny Garcia. But this is where we got Brian Keith then came in. This is where he tried to go for a Uranagi slam. This is where we got Ospreay and go for an arm drag counter. This is where he hits an actual full arm drag. This is where he started going like in an abdominal like stretch submission hold. This is where Aubrey Edwards is like, all right, do you submit what's that Brian Keith, or do you or you do not? This is where then Brian Keith's like, no. Anyway, you make him take this to a reason. Repeatedly hitting him right to the midsection, dipped him from the right side to the left side. Ospreay did right to the left, but this is where he hangs onto the rope, so he won't get rope bound and hit with a maneuver by Brian Keith. This is where then he gets a drop kick when Brian Keith trying to go over and attack him. This is where he picks up the bad apple, hit a scoop body slam, because he's a lot more bigger and stronger than him. This is where he goes for a diving corkscrew onto the bounty hunter, but Brian Keith somehow kicked out of 7. This is where Will Ospreay was attempting about to go for the hidden blade, but unfortunately it did not went the way he planned it. But no worries, let's just say Like he gets another shot of doing it. But before he can even attempt to do it this time, is where we got Brian Keith then move out of the way. That's where he tried to go for a springboard cross. What they call a phenomenal forearm. That's where we got what's his name? Will Ospreay start going for clothesline cranks, like saying like oh he did not know I got plenty of moves like this. Where that came from is where then he then brought the bounty hunter back in the ring. This is where we got. But this is where we got. Let's see. This is where we got Ospreay then continue his offense onto the bounty hunter. This is where we got the partial powerful force, and all the professional wrestling came on, which is the commercial break. It's where we got Brian Keith then beat Ospreay at his place at fourth place. Was it yeah, third place, and make Ospreay fourth place. This is where then he tried to go for a pin after he hit some strikes on him. Ospreay still denies him with a kick out at 2.6 was it? It's where we got Brian Keith to start immediately going for a knife edge chop. It's where Brian Keith trying to go with that. It's where the bounty hunter tried to go for an explosive suplex, which he went back first, hit him back first, right into the barricades. Where Brian Keith's like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." It's where then, I can do this all day. And this is where he's like, "Do you surrender now, Ospreay?" This is where Ospreay was like, "Never." And this is where then he started fixing his pants up. This is where they're going for Ospreay's not going for a chop. He won back to be in third place of the night. This is where we got what's his name? This is where then what's his name? Brian keeps on hitting him with punches and elbows. This is where he throws him to the right. I mean, from the right to the left. This is where he try to go for a clothesline. This is where it will Ospreay ducks and his springboard flip and step up in security. Like if he's your boy Super Ninja Austin, I mean, they call him the aerial assassin. Like your boy SNA calls himself the assassin. I guess like if we were a tag team, we'd be known as the aerial super ninja assassins, I guess you could say. But this is where Ospreay started going for a punch on left, right, left. Then he hits him with a big old uppercut. That's where he sends him right to the bottom right corner side. He gets hit with a big boot to the face. This is where we got Will Ospreay going up in the bottom corner. Springboard forearm that's probably absolutely phenomenal, like his idol, which I cannot mention right now, considering he's still in the other company. But there's rumors going around that his friends might join AEW, considering they're given their time, like when they made the guest appearance when they were at the company TNA used to partner with. Now it's partnering with with the other company, but this is where we got Will Ospreay starting knife edge chops on Brian Keith. Brian Keith then counter out of an Irish whip. This is where Will Ospreay then did a leap dodge right onto the top rope, and the upper left side is where he goes into the right corner. He gets hit with a step up kick right into the face. And then we got Brian Keith right there. This is where he gets immediately drop kick by the aerial side. This is where we got Brian Keith going for a discus clothesline. This is where then Brian Keith like, no, like I'm not quite done yet. This is where then he tried to go for a brain buster, but he ends up getting hit with a stunt dog millionaire. Taking the page out of one of his former rivals' maneuver. Will Ospreay hit an Ox Cutter. This is where he thought it was going to be it right there. Even though, like, if it was somebody that was in a lower level than Brian Keith is, and don't get me wrong, Brian Keith is not on the minor leagues. Like, he's showing that he's a major deal, like, when it comes to this division. But anyways, it's where we got what's his name? Well, Ospreay's like, no, I'm not quite done yet. This is where then he was about to take off his elbow pad because he started lifting it up. This is where he's like now it's time for the hidden blade, but you know the rules of professional wrestling, like they did not work this time. He gets hit with a knee strike, and if the second time does come true, like which you normally do, like it said so on page 4003. This is where Brian Keith hit a double underhook, spinning driver power bomb, try to go for a pin, but this is where Aubrey Edwards only count until 2.9. With Will Ospreay immediately go get the shoulder up. Brian Keith, hey, big guys, so we got Donald Callis and Kyle Fletcher was very disappointed that it was not a 3. This is where fans start chanting, "This is awesome." Who could blame them? Because this was exactly how I expected it to be. Like just two men just fighting in a very well received way, like with them just hitting each other with every single move until the other man like eventually surrender, like with them getting knocked out by the other. But this is where we got Brian Keaton try to go for, I believe, a pile driver maneuver. Will Ospreay right out of it, turn into a Styles Clash. Follow that up with a hidden blade. 1, 2, 3, and the winner of this match, Will Ospreay. And that's where we pointed out to Kyle Fletcher to let him know that. And that was just a warm-up match, like until like in the next week or so, like he will come after him, and it will be inside a steel cage with no outside interferences. This is where they just decide to start throwing fists right onto each other, like back and forth, right back and forth. This is where we got like, and they were like, forget about in the next week or so, like. Or maybe even AEW, Revolution. Like I believe that's gonna be, a week from this Sunday, I believe. Which I'll say a week and a half, but same difference. But who do you think is going to win inside the steel cage match? Let me know down in the comments. But it was about time that the security guards got off their tuchus and finally broke things up before it got even worse. This is where they showed when Mariah May challenged Toni Storm in a rematch, like in a rubber match, where some of us would say like a Hollywood like ending, given the fact that they're going to be in Los Angeles. That would be the perfect place for them to end this feud once and for all, and who's going to be the AEW Women's World Championship and for good. But it's where they showed Toni Storm won and had her moment, but it's where we got Mariah May didn't wait 7 days afterwards and attacks her. But it's where we got from one major women's feud to another, as we got Momo Watanabe, then send a message to the CEO Mercedes Moné for the TBS championship. This is where then we got the narrator or who was it? Or I think it was Momo's friend, I believe was what's her name? Billy Starks by saying she won belts in Stardom, she won belts in New Japan, she won belts, or was it New? Oh no, it wasn't New Japan. It was. She won the belts in Stardom. She even won the Women's International Cup, like to earn herself a guaranteed shot at any women's championship from either of the 4 or 5 promotions that she fought in, like in a crossover of this 5-way tournament of the finals, like with every wrestler representing their respective company in the women's division. Stick?
The alligator stick is up there.
I don't know.
Grandma took it?
Okay, excuse me for a moment. Oh, I believe this is it. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
But this is where then Momo Watanabe then point out that like when the last time when they fought, it was at Capital Collision last July, or was it August, like for her New Japan Strong. But since where she was like, she wants to be in the TBS. Okay, why don't you do it in a different location that's stabilized? But anyway, Assassinator, she's like I was very disappointed. Like when I lost to Moné last summer, like I still Trey, that doesn't mean you start throwing a tantrum.
Just stand there. Let's go.
Where is it?
Video.
I don't see it.
Not there.
This is why you should be throwing it around. I can't find it.
It's right there.
Where is it?
Well, I don't want it. I want to make you in there.
It's not in here. I can't see it.
Keep looking. It's down here.
I can't find it. Okay. I still can't find it. Shouldn't have started spinning it around and start throwing it in the air and stuff like that. That's why it's lost, because you won't stop. I can't find it. I'm sorry. My bad. Let's go back where I was started. But this is what Momo Watanabe then said, like, I was disappointed when I lost to Monet last summer. I still want to fight her. Like, and this time we at Revolution. But this where then we got it cut into the live what's it called, the live recorded camera, and showed the CEO herself and walking out of her locker room, giving a shout out to the people in San Diego, even though she was backstage. But it's where then she let Watanabe that she's making a humongous mistake, which I'll say she totally agree, because if she recently just lost to her, and I'm not trying to use this as a reason, but also if and it was not that long ago. What makes her think that she's going to beat her for the TBS championship if it's going to be the same results? Unless she has something tricky up her sleeve, that's probably the only way that she might have a chance. But this is where then we got the CEO then run up on a girl that was had purple hair, which I was getting confused of being like a cross dresser of cosplay dresser as Raven from Teen Titans Go, or I was like, did she? I got this event confused as San Diego Comic-Con, because this is a wrestling event, not a superhero convention. Even though as much as I would like it to be at in some kind of capacity, but not tonight. But it's where she's like, it's where. This is where she was like, this is where she asked the kid that had a coffee in her hands. This is where she was like, "Hey kid, I haven't seen Momo." This is where then she was like, this is where it's like, "Hey, I'm talking to you and this is where she was like, if you want, if you see Momo, go fetch her for me." This is where she slapped the coffee cup right off her hands. This is where she gave a very hilarious laugh. And yeah, it's not just gonna get any trophy. It's gonna get the golden goofy, the platinum. Let me rephrase that: the platinum goofy wrestling trophy of the night. But this is where then this girl that looks like Raven did stop her from walking off. This is where she pushed her back. This is where she's like, "Well, yo, what the hell was that all about? Like, who do you think you are?" And then this is where the CEO herself said, "I'm what are you talking about? Who the hell I am? Like, I am the blueprint, the standard, like." I am the CEO. I'm the greatest TBS champion all the time. You should know that. I'm I'm Mercedes 4 belts Monet. And he's like, and this is what she was like. And if I was you, little girl, I would be showing some respect. And this is where then we got this girl that looks similar to Raven said, well, you're nothing more than a narcissistic little bitch. And yeah, that's her words, not SNA's. But yeah, this is where I was like, she has a lot of nerves of calling somebody that word. She sounds like someone like Kazuchika Okada for using those very harsh language. But anyways, that's where that's where then this girl revealed herself, saying Mercedes, you should know who I am too. I am the superstar Billy Starks. He's also known as the friend of Momo Watanabe. She was like, and if I was you, I'll be watching my back. And once she did, that's where the next thing you know, we see Momo with a humongous back, and who could blame the CEO ran out there if she's the female role runner of AEW. But yeah. Which we want to get tight, but it's where she actually drops her TBS title. That's where then Momo was like, "I'm taking this belt at Revolution," which I highly doubt. I'll say if it's anybody that is going to dethrone the CEO, I'll say I would not expect, with all due respect, she may be tough and maybe an unbeatable force to be reckoned with in the promotion that she's wrestling in, in Stardom and other places all around the world, but. It's just not her time to be TBS champion. I'm not putting it past, but it's just that the CEO Mercedes Monet is in a good run with the championship for a good reason, and it looks like she should be holding on to that title for at least a little bit over a year. And maybe even be the longest reigning champion of all time. Maybe even over that one women's wrestler star that's on the other company that just got attacked by, probably likely by the CEO's best friend in that company. Like, I don't know. Like, what am I even talking about? But anyways, this is where we got the next match being the Outrunners, and this is where we saw the most exciting thing about. I did not expect this to happen. Like, this would. But it's what they showed in the Sports Center edition, like of them taking paying a visit to the Barstool Sports, Barstool Sports, like when they went to Omaha, Nebraska's basketball team with the Mavericks, like and in their pregame, like, and this is where they gave a little bit of a prepping advice to the basketball team, and like they're saying, like, as much as we're gonna be winning the tag team championship, like, we know y'all gonna win some championship success. This is where then. And this is where then they did while they were training. This is where they started doing their signature move, the "you son of a you know what," and do the handshake, elbow drop, and then this is where and this is where they showed him, like, did it onto this little punching bag that they did the move. But this is where they got the match started. Like, once after they showed the recaps of the video, this is where they totally brought the fight to the murder machines. This is where then we got Lance Archer trying to close on my boy Truth Magnum. He pulls down the ropes. This is where we got Truth Magnum's like, yeah, like, I guess time for us to show off our guns. This is where they did exactly that. And and they took out the heel duo. And they got grab on to them, but this was Brian Cage and this is where we got Lance Archer then throws what's his name this is where we got Lance Archer threw Truth Magnum, Truth Magnum right to the right side. This is where we got Brian Cage to carry Turbo Floyd. And this is kind of embarrassing from viewer asking me this question, but no, I haven't never been to California, and that's a shocking revelation, but it's the truth. Like, but I'm planning on gonna go there very, 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 very soon. As soon as I have the, I'll say the financial, I'll say fortunes, the financial fortunes, and the time to go a little vacay and visit and see what it's like being in the biggest state or the second biggest state of the United States. With the number one biggest state is Texas, and I went to Texas because my brother used to play for rugby, and he played for a championship down there. So So I would say, like, I've been to states like there and a few places like in near that area, like in the states wise. But anyways, this is where once we got into the partial powerful force and all pro wrestling with the heels being on top. This is where the adverts came on. This is where they still was on top. For some reason, they became the new fan favorites from the powerful force. Like, for them to be still in the offensive side is where we got Brian Cage after another failed pin attempt. This is where he puts a Truth Magnum right to the bottom right side to put him up in the upper right side. This is where he threw him in the diagonal side and the bottom left side. This is where he tried to spear, but this is where he gets leap dodge by Truth. This is where he tried to pull him onto him. This is where they send him right to the bottom left side. He gets booted right into the face. This is where he got Brian Cage then going right into a power slam, like. But this is where a Truth Magnum counter out of the way, hits a jawbreaker right onto Brian Cage, where Brian Cage tried to go for a splash. He ends up getting dodged by the what's his name? By Truth Magnum. Tags in Turbo Floyd. This is where then we got him going for the knife edge chops right onto both the Brian Cage and Lance Archer, which Gunther didn't see too much of a threat, but still he had him on the list. Like at number 9 is where then he hit the strike on the Brian Cage and go for a clothesline onto Lance Archer in the bottom left side. Then is where we got Turbo Floyd, and repeated right hands, and this is where he goes for a crossbody onto the Machine Monster. This is where we got Brian Cage go for a duck. This is where we got what's his name, Turbo Floyd go for a flying forearm strike. And then this is where we got Brian Cage try to go for a splat, but he dodged him out of the way. This is where we go for a forearm strike. This is where we got Turbo Floyd tried to throw him to his own partner, but this is where Lance Archer countered. Lance Archer boots him right to the ground by shoving him. It's where he got Truth Magnum to try to come for the save. It's Death Valley Driver, which you all know that's your boy SNA's favorite maneuver, or his finisher, which is the most dominating move in professional wrestling, which I was very happy, but not with the guys taking the maneuvers, because I just think that they should get their moment of becoming the champs. That's where Brian Cage go for a ripcord elbow. This is where we got Lance Archer go for an elbow strike of his own. And this is where I got Brian Cage go for a knee strike, and it followed up with Lance Archer's boot to the face, which I believe that used to be his finisher. Brian Cage tried to go for a pin, but this is where then we got with Turbo Floyd barely kicking out at 2.7. That's where he tags Lance Archer in. This is where they're about to hit their powerbomb chokeslam double team hybrid, but luckily Truth Magnum came in and created a diversion. And eventually that Brian Cage dropped Turbo Floyd. He knocks him right on the outside. Smart move from the probably the younger brother of the Outrunners. This is where then we got. And where Brian Cage then tried to take him. This is where Lance Archer started taunting both Turbo Floyd and the fans, saying, what are your boys the Outrunners doing now? I was like, whatever, he's gonna get back up, which I was right. We got Turbo Floyd throwing some forearm strikes, and I'm like, look, even though they might not win, but I would like to see them have plenty of offense, and that's exactly what they did. They had they probably have half of the offense that they have the other half of the offense that much more than much more than Lance and Brian, if not more than that. Is where then we got but this is where we got Lance Archer. Then he puts Turbo Floyd right to the bottom right corner side, top turnbuckle. Robert tried to go for a pin. This is where he tried to go for the murder cross maneuver. But it's where we heard the Hurt Syndicate steam music, do we hurt people, somebody's about to die. And that's where then we got Turbo Floyd, the genius that he is, next to Truth Magnum, hits him with a wheelbarrow devastating move in professional wrestling, which is the surprise roll-up, to get the 1, 2, 3 and earn the future opportunities. And yep, you heard me correctly. Surprisingly, they actually got the 1, 2, 3 with the massive upset, all thanks to a little help with the faction of MVP, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. And that's where they start thanking him. This is where they start clapping, which I hope that's very serious, but which I think there is. That's where then the Outrunners yeah, we'll finally earn ourselves the opportunities. I was totally happy for them. But the thing is, I just don't think it's going to be soon, though. That's the sad thing is at the same time. And what are your thoughts on to the Outrunners latest win? And do you think this was an amazing surprise? Let me know down in the comment section right down below, Assassinators. This is where we got a vignette between the rated R superstar Cope. Then Cope was in the vignette with sending a message to John Moxley and the rest of the Death Riders with John Moxley in the same with them taking jabs at each other, with John Moxley saying you're not in this you shouldn't be in this division for the world championship. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't be in this company. While Cope's he's more he actually is more than ready to be world champion here in All Elite Wrestling. And also, he'll even though I take down every single member of the Death Riders like he did the Pack the other day, he will exactly do that. This is where Claudio Castagnoli came in. He started speaking in his native language in Swiss, and then it's where he said in English as well, saying again, I will be hunting you to Cope. And I'm like, I don't think you're already the hunted, so how you gonna be hunting him when Cope is hunting you and John Moxley? That's very redundant. That's very redundant and senseless. So that's why it's getting the 2 plus 2 equals the 2 plus 2 equals potatoes moment of the night. And don't worry, Simon, it's not going to be much of an often thing. I'm just describing it how what you would say. Let's hope that there's no infringement here because I'm not getting paid for saying that. Just a little honorable mention. Or shall I say more likely it's more of a 2 plus 2 equals, I'll say, I don't know. I'll say, yeah, more like a 2 + 2 = 2 situation, which that sounds a bit too generic. But I'm trying to think of that would I think like fits in the description, but still, yeah, 2 + 2 = potatoes. But yeah, like, and you won't, I believe, what's going to be happening to a couple of particular members of the Death Riders, which it seemed like that we're finally going to see the reign of terror of the power of that disgusting toxic water from the worst city of the United States, even though they weren't actually in that city like the other company was about like for the last couple of days with their 2 shows. But yeah, let's say the leader happened to be from that city, but luckily we got. But yeah, this is where we got This we got an in-ring segment with Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana. With Swerve Strickland, like, yeah, I hear you. Like, again, very smoky in here in San Diego. It's where fans like, hell yeah, it is. That's where Swerve Strickland continues. Like, it seemed like I know, like, whose house it is. Fans that shout out Swerve's house. It's where Swerve's like, that's what exactly I mean. Like, when ever since I stepped in this world, like 3 years ago at Revolution, like that's my 3rd year anniversary that I've been in this company, which it was. I remember like he did make his debut, and I heard from fellow YouTubers at the time, exactly like a year and a half before I started making this podcast. Like back in early 22, I heard that Swerve like was joined AEW once his non-compete clause expired over at the other company when he got released there. That was when the old regime was still there, like, and they were releasing plenty of talent and wrestlers like right and left and left and right, like all thanks to scandalous activity that was going on and stuff like that. But anyways, that's where but that's where we got Swerve Strickland. Like this is where Swerve Strickland then remember like it was yesterday when he told Antonio Schiavone that he's gonna come in this business and win AEW Championship Gold. And that's exactly what he did, and even though it took him about a little bit over 2 years to do so. And that's where Antonio Schiavone's like, you sure did, buddy, and we believed in you. And this is where then Swerve Strickland's like, and it's about to be the end of Black History Month, and I am my like, and I am the Black History maker in AEW, and I'm like, yep, definitely, like, especially with you winning and become the first ever African American AEW World Champion in this company in particular, which I thought at first it was going to be someone like Scorpio Sky, but I was dead wrong. I guess Swerve Strickland showed that he had the aura, he had the talent of seeing the like of becoming the world champion is where he's like, and also my destiny becoming AEW world champion. Like, well, like, and where he stopped himself until he went back to the microphone. Here's where fans started. That's where a couple of fans, along with Prince Nana, did start chanting "Whose house?" With the rest of the fans say "Swerve's house," like "Whose house?" Swerve, because that's very catchy to do it that way. That's where Swerve was like, "I not only I defend that championship, I showcased it to all around the world, and for everybody to see, all the way to the biggest stage of professional wrestling, like AEW All In, like in Wembley Stadium, and he pointed at the sign and said "All In," even though it's gonna be in Texas this year. This where he's like, yeah, and I know, like, buddy, like my friend Nana here is 100% right. 2 weeks ago, he said the AEW World Championship has not been my focus point, like, for far too long, like ever since like that incident with Hangman Adam Page and that Steel Cage man. Like, but despite that, I'm still the man around here. Like, and don't forget it, and especially you, Ricky the Dicky. Like, and I've been the best wrestler in the world. Like, and you like can prove that I'm the best wrestler in the world, and I'm not just claiming I am like Maximilian Caster. Like I'm gonna prove it by reclaiming some gold around my waist again. Like, but the order that to happen, like, there's some wrongs I need to right, and one of those wrongs, and the bow ahead by a vocal class that we're an idiot, something that doesn't belong to him, which is my boy Nana's robe. And it's and his name is Ricky the Dicky Ricochet. Well, he didn't call him Ricky the Dicky, but you get the point. This word Swerve did a mini rhyme in here, and that was absolutely correct and true, saying that like Ricochet, that you say you were done, you're gonna be moving on to bigger and better things, huh? Like, no. Like Like, no, we're not done until I say that we're done. Like, you think a low blow is on it's gonna break me down? Is where then before he can even get that answer, this is where none other than the one and only and came out and this where he still had on his robe. There's like he still had on his robe, but also was wearing a nice clean leather checkered blue suit and wearing a baseball cap backwards, with Ricochet wearing those goofy glasses, like if he's a nerdy Joker. But it's where then he was like, like, I don't care what they say. I told you, I am done with you. He's like, and you had your chance. I won. Like, you hear me? Like, and winners don't chase losers. And now I understand that nobody I understand that feeling because let's face it, the Padres, they that's what it's like. The Padres, let's be honest, they suck ass right now. And even the Chargers, like y'all's football team, had to move to the neighbor's city. They deserted this bum ass, broke ass town. And this is where Rick says, like when I'm chasing is gold, and what I'm also chasing is something that you will never, ever, ever be in all elite wrestling. And it's where then he's like, and that is being a champion, and it's where he spin around and show the Philadelphia Eagles, which that was an insult. And I sure hope Swerve Strickland beat the sugar honey iced tea out of this guy because he not only insulted my boy, the man that owns AEW, that's his house, but also your boy SNA here, because nobody don't wear that and give the assassin PTSD. It's already bad enough. The Bills already done that, and I'm still not getting over it from that. But at the same time, because my boys in back-to-back Chiefs did beat them in the AFC Championship. But yeah, that was completely insulting, and I just cannot stand that. It's where Ricky the Dick said, no, so no, the question that never, not ever. So thanks, but not thanks. Next time you see me, I will have gold around my waist. And no, I'm not talking about the Louis Vuitton either. And that's where Prince Nana then said, you better give me I gave you a warning last week, and you did not heed it. So that's why I took matters into my own hands, and I talked to Anthony Khan earlier today, or something like that. Is where then. And the fans like that. Yeah, you tell Prince, and then this is where Prince Nana was like all you had to do, he got books a match between you and Swerve at Revolution, and all you had to do is just accept the challenge. And then and you know what? We also signed whoever wins that match will automatically earn themselves the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. And then it's where then Ricky the Dickie's like, that sounds good to me. I guess it's an offer I cannot refuse. In order to try to win some championships. That's where Ricky the Dickie was like, damn it, Nana, you got me into a very corner, very deep in quarters where Ricky the Dickie's like, all right, I'll give you credit when credit is due, Nana. That is good. That is extremely good. So all you're basically saying is, all I got to do, once word one more time, I take it as and next to be the next AEW World Champion, correct? Can I get an aha? And it's like, all right, that you're on. But no. I got to look too damn good. We're not gonna be doing this tonight. We're not gonna do this. I can look in the audience right now. Y'all collectively together. Y'all don't have enough money in y'all's bank account to pay my seat. So why is she doing this, bro? I'm gonna be doing it to a real California city, which I see why the Chargers lift this broke town, which he was continuing roasting San Diego, which I don't think San Diego is not much of a bad place. I think it's on my top 5, if not 10 favorite favorite cities in the United States. But that's a different video from a different day. But anyways, is where it's in a better city, which everybody knows what LA is. That's basically the prime city that everybody knows about California. And also about that's the land of the Hollywood stars, of course. But That's the promised land of Hollywood stars. Let me rephrase that. But it's where he started doing this dance. It's where he's like, so what we're gonna do here? Like, we're gonna be doing all the city of angels. Even though I'm not sure if there's actually angels there. Like, even though that's the name of the baseball team is. But it's where Ricochet's like, yeah, we're gonna see each other at Revolution. It's where like because give Swerve one more time, baby. And then it's where then he dropped the mic. That's where the Ricky the Dicky to start mocking him until he left. This is where Swerve Strickland was about to leave, but Prince Nana then stopped him, letting him know how much he was absolutely proud of him. That's very sweet of him of being a good friend and also being a excellent manager. Just where Prince Nana then added saying like I'm totally glad that you're taking these steps, and thinking about the AEW World Championship, again, like making it that number one priority to you. Like that what these fans want as well. Like that's what your boy Nana wants. Like, but most importantly, Swerve, like I want you to go back to being who the people say you are, and I want you to be the same person that I say you are and what you say you are, and that is the most dangerous man in AEW. Like, and he was like, and most importantly, like Ricky the Dicky stole my role, like something that meant so much to me. Like that's been a traditional accessory that's been earned with respect for over the past 30 years of this business. Like it meant so much to it. And that's where it's like, and Swerve, like, I need you, like, to fix my legacy. I need to get my role back while you're at it. When you getting your sweet justice uh, the Ricky the Dicky. This is where he's like, but if you can't, then I'm not sure if I can do this with you anymore. That's where he dropped the microphone. Like when Swerve told him that he's not really caring about the robe thing, which I think that's a little too arrogant. But the thing is, like, but at the same time, they kind of teased of a split right here. And then if there was going to be a split, who's going to be turning on who and going heel? That's a good question. I'm not sure who's going to be the one, but that's where we got Renee Paquette. Then if I call up with Hangman Adam Page, that's where then we got oh, really? You did? Yeah, that was like probably 2 years ago that we did with our uncle. Yeah. Which it was very funny. It was very very good and stuff. Yeah, like it was the hot chip challenge that we ate with some ramen noodles. Like it was very fiery. Like my mouth was on fire probably like for the first 30 minutes like of us doing that. But it did got me some good views. Like probably got me around like over 1,000 views, which I hope that I can start gaining on each video. Like which I'm almost at 1,000 videos onto this channel. Like of making podcast videos. I'm up like over 900 views. Hopefully I get more, and then the more I get, the more it's gonna be more recognized and then this channel is gonna be more upgraded than into a whole new level like of success. Like when it comes to being a mainstream social media success. But anyways, that's where we got Renee Paquette. Then that said then asked about the updates of Christopher Daniels and about what NJF's actions of him attacking the former star. This word then what's his name? Hangman Page Maxwell is not here. Like he just left, unfortunately. That's where then he did like, oh, one more thing before I leave. This where he's like, and Max, like when I will find you, I will not. He like you will wish that I never have my. Like you never wish that but when I get my hands on you, you will wish that you would have never done that to my mentor. And yeah, like yeah, she's visiting down here like for a good couple of days. But yeah, but she's gonna be doing so every so often, like yeah, because we got some family business to take care of. But anyways, assassinators is where we got Hangman Adam Page and said we're gonna and this is where then he left and went to his truck that he came in the building by. But it's where we got Adam Cole and Roddy Strong like they came Andrew Adam Colden came out like with his boys, the Undisputed Kingdom of Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong, taking on Danny Garcia and FTR, which is like a dream trio that we never thought we would see. But this is where we got things started off with Danny and Kyle that shook hands, showed some respect, considering the baby faces. Danny Garcia just oh no, it wasn't Daniel Garcia. It was Uncle Cash the Flash and Kyle O'Reilly. This is where they start going for wrist locks and this match. Well, how could you not like see like how great it was like in this trios match and also the and also what's his name what's that episode the episode what I'm talking about well that's where they start going for the hammerlock maneuvers right onto each other. This is where we got Uncle no, it was Kyle O'Reilly to counter out of the hammerlock and Cash the Flash doing this. We're trying to go for a dragon screw. Yeah, and this not only gonna get any kind of trophy, it's gonna get the platinum trophy of the best wrestling match of the night, which that's something that's not so often been given here in on the SNA podcast, only just on special occasions. And once I give you the platinum trophy of the night, it means it's something definitely special. Like it's one thing I'll give you a golden trophy if the match was really good, but this was probably the greatest match of the night. Like probably like even right in front of Orange Cassidy versus Konosuke Takeshita. This is where we got Uncle Cash the Flash and tag in Danny. This is where they start saying, "Oh, I'm going okay, like let's dance, let's dance, Danny, figuratively and maybe even literally." This is where they start going for what they call grapples. This is where they're thinking about discussing to do some dance moves after their match. This is where then we get Adam Cole throws him right to the right side, throws him right to the left side. It's where Adam Cole hit the step up in Sagiri, but it's where we got Daniel Garcia ducks. Is where he try to go for what's it called waist lock. This is where he try to go for a boot to the face, but this is where he try to go for a right hand on Adam. Adam then back like which was a smart move from the former the former Ring of Honor champion. This is where they try to shake hands. This is where they did so as well because they're obviously baby faces just like Kyle and Uncle Cash the Flash did. This is where we got what's his name, Adam Cole, and go for grapple right onto Uncle Dax. Onto Uncle Dax the Action. We got tagged in. Here's where he tags in Roddy Strong. This is where he puts him in the upper right corner side. Hit the knife edge chop on the axe. This is where he did his third one. This is where they start going at who gets the number one spot. But this is where Uncle Dax the Axe showed that he hits harder and he still has the privileges at number one with the ring of General. Gunta not very happy about this guy and he definitely wants to murk him. Even though he has been he's gonna even though like he have been in the same company with him like probably back in 2019, but like haven't been ever since then because Uncle Dax the Axe got released on that promotion. But this is where we got the Axe start repeatedly hitting knife edge chop, going for a suplex, going for a red drop, follow that up with they really try to go for a pin. But Roddy then kicks out of it at 2.7. This is where we got anyway, tags in Danny, try to go for wrist lock. Roddy Strong kicks him right and punch him right in the gut. Danny try to go for a suplex. This is where Danny Garcia flip right into a twisting neck breaker. This is where Adam Cole came in and meddled with him. This is where he checked on Roddy. This is where we got Daniel Garcia like, what was that, man? Here we go. Adam Cole like, well, I was just doing my job. And this is where you got a problem with me, like if you have a problem with me, trying to attack me in my face, is where like Daniel Garcia like, all right, I'll do so. This is where Kyle O'Reilly pushed him right off. Hey, calm down, I thought we were just friends here. This is where then we got Dax the Axe and Cash the Flash of FTR came in and attacked Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, while Danny and Roddy start fighting in the upper left corner's turnbuckle. That's where they start just basically hockey fighting one another with FTR and. Is where the it was Uncle Cash Flash and the Tornado DT to finish off the brawls to Roddy Strong. That's where we got the partial powerful force in professional wrestling came on, which y'all know is the commercial break. One thing I don't yet versus where we got Roderick Strong was on top. Is where we start kicking right to his face when he was out of a what's it called out of a maneuver when he rope bounded onto the rope. Is where he hits a a fireman's knees, guts onto to Dax the Axe. This is where Adam Cole caught him into a backstabber. This is where then Colorado hit the select swipe kick. This is where Kyle then drove for a pin. This is where we got what's his name? Dax the Axe and kicks out at 2 point. What was it? A 2.6, and this is where we got Colorado's like, what do we do now, Ad? And this is where Adam Cole's like, I have an idea. How about we do our own moves onto to Uncle Dax the Axe? We'll right strong go for any strike right onto the bottom right side of our corner. Then send him to you, Kyle. You start going for knees and kicks. And you go, Uncle Dax the Axe pushes Kyle right into Adam Cole. This way it's a big old stinging chop that probably gave Rice Strong some PTSD when Gunter changed his name to that name before he when he was used to be in the name Volta. But this is where we got Uncle Dax the Axe to try to go for the sharpshooter. Why not? Because that's his idol's maneuver. But this is where we got what's his name? But that's where we got Dax the Axe to try to go for what they call the sharpshooter. This is where we got this is where we try to go for again, but it's where Danny and Cats Flash caught Kyle O'Reilly and Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole try to go for sharpshooter Dan, but this is where we got what's his name? I'm so done. Let's hope my Christmas don't get stolen. But anyways, this is where we got Adam Cole trying to go for a clothesline right onto Daniel Garcia. Then Uncle Dax the Axe with what name? With Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong and Uncle Cash the Flash. This is where all men were down when they hit the double clothesline. Like if it were Adam Cole, Bay himself, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman as well. This is where we got Adam Cole tags in by Kyle O'Reilly. This is where we got Dax the Axe tags in Daniel Garcia, the current TNT champion. This is where they start throwing fists right back into each other like a couple of hockey players going into a hockey fight, like two certain Canadians that's going to probably definitely going to be doing that in their unsanctioned contest. But this is where then we got Colden run right to the right side after super kicking Danny right to the right knee, but ends up getting clothesline. This is where we got. This is where we got Danny Garcia then try to go right up to Roddy, but it's where Roddy got him into a shoulder, a fireman's carry, like a neck breaker. And we got Uncle Dax the Axe. Try to go for a sharpshooter. This is where we got. Anyway, we got Uncle Dax the Axe got locked in, but Kyle O'Reilly goes for a leg swipe kick right into the midsection. Uncle Dax like, oh no, you're not. Like you can keep trying to kick me right to the ribs all you want, but it's not gonna let go. I might let go on your brothers. Where we got Uncle. This is where we got his brother Cash the Flash. Got him in an abdominal stretch. So I hit him right hand to the face. This is where Adam Cole hits him with a rolling flip roll up. And even as much as I like to see this, when I was hoping that Danny and FTR would get a win, but I think it wouldn't make much of a difference here. Like if the Undisputed Kingdom get another win from Danny, from even though it was two different teams this time, and it's remember from two different partners in this team. It's where he hits him with the surprise roll, flipping his legs up right with his back onto his whole body to get the 1-2-3 win that way. And the winner of his match, Adam Cole, baby, and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Kingdom. Humongous congratulations next to the Outrunners that get the largest congratulations, I guess you could say. That's where they turn around, look at the fellow baby faces, give each other handshakes and hugs, like respect. That's where we got Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly was not taking any disrespect from the FTR, and FTR was the same way. Just where they never got into a fight. But luckily, Danny and Adam got was the peacemaker and he got to them right on time. That's where Adam Cole. This where Danny Garcia tried to push Adam Cole in the back. That's where Adam's like, "Yo, you better watch it. You better chill it." Like I thought we were on the same page of keeping the peace. And this is where then Adam Cole and Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly then went right back. This is where we got Daniel. This is where Daniel Garcia like, I thought you were our friends. This is where they made an announcement that Adam Cole will take on Daniel Garcia will defend his title against Adam Cole for the AEW TNT Championship. This is where Claudio Catanova was on the hunt for Cope, but he did not know that the Radar Superstar was in the hunt with him. But it's where he thought he got him, like when he caught him, when Cope tried to go for Spear, was it? This is where he tried to go for Concerto. Man, like I did not know that this was gonna be going backfire, because this is where we got my boy Switchblade Jay White came out, because they totally forgot that he's his backup. He's the backup for the Radar Superstar. This is where he immediately got back up. He's like, that was my cue. This is where he got off of his possum mode, whacked Claudio in the back with the steel chair. Then he did the same with Willie Yuta after hitting the top part to the midsection. This is where he did go for a spear right onto Claudio. This is where Cope was like, that was easy. Like, I need Jay White to give me some assistance. But that's where we got Marina Shafir try to come in and try to go for a headlock. And for what Will Yuta did, like out of paying attention, is try to go for the Psycho knee, like along with it's where then we got Willie Yuta try to go for a running Psycho knee, but this is where we got Cope to move out of the way and left Marina still standing there. This is where she gets kneed right to the face. This is where it was Cope's moment of making it right. This is where my boy Jay White then started cracking up, wouldn't stop dying with laughter, which who could blame him? And he's gonna get golden trophy like of Goofy Wrestling of the Night. Like, yeah, while the CEO gets the platinum trophy, but this is where Jay White like, ha ha, like you looking like a fool now, which who could blame him for just laughing? I'm just where here's the Blade Runner, like, boom, and this is where he slammed it, like, I had to do it, like this is where then Cope then grab onto the chairs, like along with Jay White start doing it. This is where the Jay White's like, while you do that, I'm gonna keep an eye out for Moxley, which that was a double genius idea from the Switchblade. This is where we got Cope and put his head on right into the chair. This is where he's like, who wants to see me do it? Who wants to? And this is where we saw him. Didn't hesitate with him saying, everybody's like, do it, do. And he slams it right into his head before John Moxley could do anything about it. But when John Moxley was there, like it was too late, because when he got in, this is where Cope was about to do it, but he ends up getting hit with the concerto. This is where we got. That's where we got. That's where then we got what's her name? The Marina Shafir then was trying to wiggle right back up. That's where Cope grabbed her by her head and put her face first, one to the other chair. That's what they was thinking about doing the concerto. But that's where John Moxley's like, no, don't do. That's where Jay White's like, nope, like y'all asked for it, y'all made y'all's bed. Now it's time for y'all to lay on it. This is where then this is where before Cope was just inches away to at least attempt to go for a concerto. This is where we heard some familiar music that has problems with Marina, and I've been wishing for this like for plenty of weeks now to solve the Marina problem for both Cope and Jay White. This is where it was none other than Willow the Pillow Nightingale, the Night and Terror herself. This is where she get. And then Mike's like, no, this got worse. I was like, no, it got better. And this is where then she came out. This is where we got. Willow was very pissed off because 2 straight weeks in a row she got attacked by the female Death Rider. Remember, she was getting sick of it. This is where Willow the Pillow's like, give me a damn chair. Like, I want to do it with you, Cope. And then this is where Cope's like, fine with me. That's where they immediately did hit their respective opponents with the double concerto, like boom, right into their heads, right to the other. Like, that's where Will's like, that man, that felt so good, damn good. Like when she stared to Cope with them kind of celebrating this brawl ending with them standing up tall with Cope's music started playing, like, on this day, I see clearly everything has come to. He's like, yeah, like 3 down and only 2 more to go. And yeah, like we got 3 of these members of the Death Riders. First being Pac, then Claudio Castagnoli, and then Marina Shafir, which I hope that does like end their rant of being brainwashed by Moxley and his disgusting toxic brainwashing water. And Baker Banter, I don't know if I ever heard about him, but now that you mentioned, I better give him give him a try, like on both TikTok and YouTube, especially on YouTube. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what your reactions of the Death Ride finally getting their just desserts, and do you think that hypnotizing, toxic, disgusting water is going to wear off onto the brains of the likes of Pac and Claudia and Marina Shafir? Which some tells me as soon as they get back from their kayfabe injuries, I think that's going to be the case because like the reason why I would say they're kayfabe because they got carried into the ambulance that Cope was riding in. This is where we saw the Radar Superstar and Switchblade Jay White and Willow the Pillow was at least 50% satisfied for doing what they needed to get done. But this is where we got what else happened? It was this is where we got the Raft creator and the puppet maker of Abomination, like herself, Harley Cameron came out and take on the Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo, which surprisingly I did not see. Like Taya Valkyrie was in ringside at this match, but she was watching on the monitor, and this is where we got. This is where we got something like similar to what Harley Cameron did when she took on what's her name on Ty Valkyrie. And the reason why they had this match because like Deonna Purrazzo was complaining that it should have been her that should have faced Mercedes Moné, and not Harley. And I was saying like if you wanted that shot, like all you had to do was just fight Harley Cameron in the first place, and maybe you would have proved that you're more championship material that way. But this is where then she described Harley Cameron's performance and her opportunity of winning the CBS title nothing but a fluke, which I think it's not even if that's the case, it's not as fluky as this match was about to be, which I was saying even before the end of the contest. Which day was like when Harley faced what's her name, kind of like facing Ty Valkyrie, but a tad bit different, but. And it's finally showing that AEW is showing that we finally saw the star is finally going to be getting pushed like much more sooner rather than much more later. But yeah, I don't think that performance was a fluke with Harley Cameron taking on the CEO. I think this was probably the best, if not the greatest, performance from the Raft creator, I guess you could call her. But it's where we got Deonna, got her in the shoulder. Like, it's where we got Harley Cameron elbows her. It's where she goes for counter into a wheelbarrow, into a with that arm drag to the right to the bottom corner side. It's where she has an arm drag onto her right to the bottom. This is where she gets try to go for a wrist lock. This is where we got Deonna Purrazzo try to counter the neck breaker into an arm bar, but Harley Cameron was not taking Butler taking her down as an answer. This is where we got what's the name of Harley Cameron right to the sent Deonna right to the left court side ducks. This is where then she went. This is where Deonna Purrazzo started doing a little fancy walk through, like if she's on a runway, like in a fashionable outfit. But this is where we got Harley Cameron from the right side, went back in the middle, hit the flying head scissors, spinning around, twisting and twirling. Then going for a wrist lock, going for a neck breaker, like if she's your boy Super Ninja Austin would have done, but only like when somebody was coming his way, run up to him. But this is where we got the Raft creator then try to pick up the Virtuosa, but this is where Deonna then throws her right to the bottom left side. Then she tried to send Harley Cameron right to the bottom left side. She tried to go for splash. Harley dodges out of the way, hit a swift kick right into her face. Then we got the Australian female star and went right up into the top rope, into the bottom left side. This is where we got Harles was like, I'm gonna let her feel the, and this is where before she gives that, this is where then Deonna no, you're not, and you did not even make the Mercedes feel the wrath. So what makes you think you're gonna do that to me? Which but the difference is like the CEO is the champion, which the Virtuosa isn't. Like even if it is mid card, like you cannot even win that. Like so, I'm not sure if you should be comparing yourself to her. But anyways. This is where then we got Deonna Purrazzo going for a leg slide kick. This is where what's her name? Deonna Purrazzo said, "Get that camera out of my face." Like if she's that certain kid that breaks hearts from back in the 90s when he used to be a difficult child, say, "Get the out of the way, cameraman." But it's where we got what the partial powerful force and all of pro wrestling was on during the time. We got Deon Prazzo was on top. This is where we got are sending her right to the top course, which I'm not sure if that was made it on time, which I guess it counts. Like with her getting back in the lead, once the partial adverse was coming up, with her with her hitting these comeback maneuvers, hitting some right hands to the face, onto the virtuoso. This is where then we got Deonna Purrazzo to try to go for a clothesline, but he ends up getting Harley Cameron gets deducted to step up as a Gary. That's where she's like, I'm getting more better and better at this. Is where then she hits up the leg Shining Wizard kick. This is where she try to go for a pin. This is where she nearly got a 3 with this move alone. But Deonna managed to kick out at 2.9. This is where Harley Cameron's like, that cannot be freaking right. And then this is where then we got Harley Cameron's like, I got to finally come up with a plan. That's why does she keep kneeing her in the midsection where she tried to go to the left side like a running bulldog. Deonna Purrazzo go for a boot right into her face. This is where we got Deonna Purrazzo then try to go for a power bomb right onto Harley Cameron. This is where she tried to go for a pin. This is where Harley still kicked out at 2.8, which that made it even more surprising. This is where she got an armbar to Harley Cameron. But Harley Cameron somehow pulled the move that she did to Ty Valkyrie. Amazingly, it did not work, though. When she hit the surprise roll-up, that was very devastating. This is where we got Deonna Purrazzo trying to go for a clothesline, but this is where we got Harley Cameron trying to go for that sideways cutter that was similar to a crossroads. This is where she literally got her down for the 1, 2, 3, getting her second ever win in AEW. And I'm very happy for Harley Cameron onto this. And hopefully that she can get more wins, and hopefully that's plenty more where that came from, like wherever she got. Whether she came up with that, I hope that there's going to be plenty more, very, very soon, to the point that will lead her into another title shot, but with a different opponent, of course. But yeah, huge congratulations. This match probably deserves the bronze trophy of the night, which it shows Harley Cameron having her moment, with her finally being recognized as the next. I'll say as the next women's star in the AEW roster, which she's also a pillar of the reason why the AEW has a very, I'll say a very, very, very intriguing women's division. And which belt do you think she's gonna win first in her AEW run? Let me know down in the comments below. Between the AEW Women's World Championship or the TBS title, which that will be very interesting to hear from you assassinators. But anyways, this is where we got a hype up video with Orange Cassidy. You're getting ready to take on Konosuke Takeshita for his AEW International Championship. And the 2 questions was, can the freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy can win the championship for a record-breaking 3 times? And also going to be facing Kenny Omega at Revolution, which the only way to find out is in this match. And let me tell you, they totally did a massive job, making this the golden trophy of the night in the process. Because it was totally good. Maybe it's not maybe it was not like the Undisputed Kingdom and against Daniel Garcia and FTR, but yeah, this match was very entertaining, very comedic, and very I'll say nostalgic, if I said it correctly. But yeah, this is where then we got Konosuke Takeshita grab onto the glasses of Orange Cassidy out of his face, pins him, and then chew on the lenses of the glasses like if he's some kind of like if he's some kind of an unearthly demon, that has the power of hunger, and you just start crunching them, like if it's Patrick Star, crunching on his coffee mug or coffee mug, tea mug, whatever we call it. But it's where we got But Orange Cassidy was not phased about this because he got like over 1,000 of these. Like if he's a very comedic cartoon character that keeps some spare extra stuff, like just in case of a rainy day, in case if something ever happens to the other one, he has plenty of understudied accessories. But it's where then it's where Konosuke Takeshita was like all right, that's where we got Orange. This is where we got Konosuke Takeshita brought him down eventually. This is where we got the most logical questions that both Excalibur and Antonio Schiavone asked Donald Cows, saying like, if you don't need any of your family members of the Donald Cows family, like why do you use them as protection still? And this is where Antonio Schiavone then agreed with Excalibur questioning the leader of his own family group. He's like, yeah, why? Like exactly. I believe that's what he actually said. But anyways, this is where we got this is where Donald Calston did immediately grab onto the glasses that was offered by let's get the kids. This is where Taz called him a cheap ass glass from Amazon. I'm like, no, they're cheap ass glasses from Dollar Tree, even though I have nothing against the shopping at the dollar store. I believe it's a cheap, better option. But at the same time, like stuff like that don't really last for long. And plus, like he claims that he goes expensive shopping, but it seems like that he's nothing but a fraud. Like and even if it isn't expensive, he might have stolen from fellow wrestlers rather than actually honestly paying for it with his own money. But that's where we got Donald Cow's like, yeah, that might really calm. I just wear. That's where we got Konosuke the catch. Throw Orange Cassidy on the left side, where try to go for clothesline. But Orange Cassidy counters into the right course, hit a flying armbar. Just where he tried to go for surprise roll, but he ended up almost getting stopped by Orange Cassidy. This is where we got Orange Cassidy try to go for wheelbarrow roll, but this is where we got Kyle Fletcher go for a knee shake. Orange Cassidy then was about to go for an orange punch. Like they're like, I gotta do this. Which that's a move. Of course, that's the same one that he cannot hit Super Ninja Austin with. But this way, Excaliburs keep hyping things up. Who's gonna be facing Kenny Omega at Revolution a week from the Sunday? As the international champion, as the as the international champion, and also at the crypto.com arena. This is where we got Orange Cassidy got to go for elbow strikes. This is where we got Konosuke to catch getting a big boot right to his face. And Aaron to the right to the upper right corner side. Immediately gets super kicked right to the face. And Orange Cassidy gets followed up with a drop kick onto the current champ. This is where he started going for a slight stop. But the fans are like, and that gave him some enough energy to go strong. Like he just gradually going for soft to actually hitting with actual stomps until he gets pushed right into the middle of the ring. This is where Konosuke the kick try to go for a boot, but this is where he moved right into the left corner apron. This is where he tried to grab onto Konosuke, but Konosuke counter, try to go for a suplex, if not his finisher, Falcon Arrow. I mean, who could blame Orange Cassidy trying to counter, because what if he was hitting that maneuver? But when he tried to go for a last attempt, is where then it's very hard to do. This is where he started getting some punches, axe handles, etc. This is where we got Rick Knox like, all right, stop. Like, if either he's on the right. Okay, he's on the ropes. This is where Donald Callis was wondering what the referee was doing, but he was actually doing his job. It was nothing controversial into the situation, which Donald Callis made it make it seem like. This is where Orange Cat hit a shoulder right to the midsection, hit the springboard tornado DDT, then go for a kip up. Then Orange Cassidy's like, hands free, baby. And this is where then Orange Cassidy is like, huh, like I found. Like I found back in the office. This is where, well, unfortunately, that doesn't feel right. Like if you're the Super Saiyan, like saying like, don't tell me he's right behind me. He got back up. That's where it was end up being the case when he elbows him right into the face. Like basically, this is where the powerful force and all the pro wrestling came on, which was the commercial break. Is where we got.
1, 2.
That's where we got. When the Adverts came back on, this where Orange Cassidy was right on top. Then he hits him with a crossbody once he was back onto the live broadcast. This is where we got Orange Cassidy ducks out of a clothesline, going for a flying headset. Then he goes for a clothesline. This is where we got Konosuke at the catch like, I finally got what I want you. This is where we got. This is where we got. Konosuke Takeshita picks him up right off the bottom turnbuckle into the upper left side. This is where we got Konosuke Takeshita. Then try to go for a Blue Thunder Bomb, but this is where we got Orange Cassidy elbows him right off. This is where he must have been arguing for Simon with him being so eager of hitting him with the Blue Thunder Bomb, saying like he's gonna win, just like that certain man that's going to Canada this week. This is where Orange Cassidy try to go for run, but he gets pulled back by Konosuke Takeshita, which of course he counted out of it to a backflip, which he must have made Konosuke Takeshita what's his name? Well, made him double curse until he found the third time as a charm card. Is where the Orange Cat tried to turn into the Stunt Dog Millionaire, but is where he ends up getting recaptured by the Alpha and hits a Blue Thunder Bomb. And you think it worked? No, it absolutely did not, because it's been a proven fact that move absolutely sucks, even if you made it as a finisher, which he only kicked out at 2.999999999999 minus 0.1 away from being 3. This is where fans start chanting "Holy shit!" because that was very insane. Like how did he immediately intercept it with that maneuver like that? But this is where we got Konosuke Takeshita try to pick up Orange Cassidy in the powerbomb. This is where we got a beach break by Orange Cassidy. Where we got. This is where we got Orange Cassidy that nearly gets powerbomb by what's his name, Konosuke Takeshita, but he gets flipped over to a Hurricane Rana, like if it's those two guys that were at the Royal Rumble back 10 years ago. Yeah, I did. Sorry, the reason why I say that is because sorry I said that word, but I'm saying what the fans said on the show on AEW, like with them chanting the word. Normally I would say sugar, honey, iced tea, but I was just trying to make it sound a bit more accurate, which that maybe sound kind of inappropriate, but luckily I'm only going to be saying it like once or twice, and that's it. Not trying to repeat myself. But this word that we got. But anyway, so we got Konosuke Takeshita then going for a face slam right into the face onto Orange Cassidy. This is where Orange Cassidy then had his hands free. This is where Konosuke Takeshita tried to go for a power. Stop stalling.
Okay, you come here so I can change.
Oh.
Come here.
Here.
Come here. Put your chair back up.
Chill out.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why.
Can you?
Anyways, assassinators.
No, we're doing it right here.
This is where we got Konosuke Takeshita try to go for a powerbomb right on the announce table.
No, you don't. Lay down.
Come on, lay down, listen to Grandma. But anyways, this is where we got Orange Cassidy. Then this is where Orange Cassidy go counter out of the powerbomb, go for a beach break right onto the table, which I was surprised it didn't explode. This is where then
turn around.
This is where then we got what's it called? This is where Orange Cassidy then went right back in the ring. This is where it's an orange punch. Then this is where we got him knocking out Konosuke Takeshita into the right corner side. This is where then he when he hit the orange punch on him, this is where he made him knocked out right into the right corner side. This is where he fell right down into the ground, into the concrete, which that's the same move that he will never hit Super Ninja Austin with, by the way, because I'm not immune to the orange punch or the punch that's similar to the Superman punch that's filled with oranges and vitamin C. Orange Cassidy did a suicide dive into a DDT. That's where we got
yeah.
Here's where we got Orange Cassidy grab onto the glasses of Donald Callis. This is where he was like, I'll take that back, thank you. This is where he put it back in his face. Here's where Orange Cassidy tried to go for a hands-free crossbody because he is an orange. But somehow, Konosuke Takeshita get a forearm strike because he never heard of the rules of politeness by saying, like making making his description of being rude an understatement of the match because you never hit nobody that wears glasses. But this is where we got Orange Cassidy that made it and gave justice to his glasses by hitting the stunt dog millionaire onto him. This is where we got Orange Cassidy after he got the guarantee maneuver. This is where we got Orange Cassidy. That's where then we got Konosuke the Ketchup that hits what's that called? The center of the center of the ring, I believe. This is where they got Konosuke the Ketchup try to go for wheelbarrow to turn into a wheelbarrow roll-up. This is where it almost got him a 3 count at 2.9999999. If the fans are like, what just happened? Like in a shock, like. Because he was just an inch away from winning the international championship. Then, Konosuke Takeshita then picks him up, spins him around, Falcon arrows him because that's his finishing maneuver. 1, 2, 3, and still your international champion. Yeah, the Alpha himself, which go figure, we figured that he's gonna win. This is where Donald Callis was bragging, like, that's my boy, yeah, like he's gonna do the same with Omega, which I'm not sure if he'll batter him. Like even if he does retains, but either way, we're going to see this Saturday. We're going to hear from Kenny Omega. But at the end of the show, this is where we saw Kyle Fletcher that did this. Konosuke Takeshita, the other Kyle, the Donald Callis family member. But I don't know what I'm even saying right now. But yeah, this is where he did the pose like Kenny Omega does with the point, like that kind of gesture. This is where we got another match that's been announced by the boss man himself of All Elite Wrestling, which is Anthony Khan. This is where he added that FTR will be taking on Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong into a tag team match. But it's where the AEW ended. And I would say most things, like 9 times out of 10, they did a super tremendous job. But yeah, I would say, on my opinion, I think that AEW overall, I would give it about 4.5 stars. We got some goofy moments. We got some very intriguing ones, like with the Outrunners finally getting their due of getting a shot at the AEW Tag Team Championship, and Harley Cameron starting to win more matches. Hopefully she'll get more wins to a point that she earned herself a championship match. Like I just like an underdog story here at this point. But
I tried to sit there.
But yeah, I guess that'll be it for now, and I hope that you Assassinators enjoyed the AEW Dynamite for those that watched it, and also let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. And if you like this video, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Also consider hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos. And also make sure to check out my football news. If I'm not mistaken. Be careful, Trey. Okay. All you have to do is say so. Okay. Anyways, make sure to check out my other channel tomorrow, which is going to feature the latest animation news that you Assassinators need to know. But the thing is, your channel haven't even got created yet. You got to create a YouTube channel first. Then you can start advertising it. Yeah. We don't want to do no false. We don't want to do no false advertisement now. Like the fans don't want to see any.
Make sure my Kaji channel and like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.
You should say a future Kaji channel. Okay. Back to I was saying. Make sure to check out my other channel at SNA.
My other channel, my baby. Bye.
Don't mind him. Like my other channel, SNA Entertainment. Like make sure to check that out. We're gonna be talking about the wildest and intriguing animation news and rumors that you Assassinators need to know. And I got it on paper.
Whoa. And I'm gonna
Okay, be careful.
Okay, here is Kaji video on
Animation World
Network.
Okay, from the Animation Network or the Animation World Network. Yeah, Animation World Network. That's what's going to be on that article. So stay tuned for that. And also, we're going to be talking about some stuff on the movie news tomorrow. I mean, next followed up like on this coming Sunday as well. So you need to be careful.
I'm literally crushing stuff.
Well, while you're doing that, but anyways,
And I'm gonna go up here.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh my gosh. That's so
But
hot.
okay, like, but yeah, make sure to check that out tomorrow. Also, I'm gonna go back to this channel on Friday, which I'm gonna be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the I'll say the what article was it? I think it was the Fightful Select article, and I will be talking about SmackDown as well, which is gonna feature matches with the likes of LA Knight, trying to find a way to recapture his United States Championship, and we got Chelsea Green defending her Women's United States Championship match, like against a mystery opponent of her that steps up to her. I wonder who that may be. Definitely, probably not Trish Stratus because she got Nia Jax and Candice LeRae to worry about, along with Tiffany Stratton, and also we got and we could be seeing a couple of things that could be shocking, like in the go home on this go home edition show of Friday Night SmackDown before Elimination Chamber. Then why are you sliding onto it? But anyways, Assassinate. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday night and staying safe and have a fantastic one as well. Like for those that are and for those that trying to and yeah, and also what else I was about to say and I'll see you next time with some more. Okay, like they get it now. Like I'm gonna see you next time with some more SNA content. And tuning me again, Super Ninja Austin. Out of here. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the animation video. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna say goodbye for you all now, and thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.
I did my own.